Hello, learners! Namaste Vidyarthi. Welcome to this interactive explainer. Today, we're going to completely transform the way you approach calculus. We've all been there, right? You're staring at this incredibly complicated fraction on a math exam, you're watching the clock literally tick down, and you just feel that massive wave of anxiety hit you. Well, take a deep breath. Managing exam stress isn't just about taking deep breaths, it's really about reducing your cognitive load. So today, we're going to master a technique that lets you solve complex calculus fractions literally in seconds. No more long, drawn-out quotient rules. We're talking pure, rapid mental calculation. Let's get started. Now, this brilliant shortcut methodology comes directly from the creator Ramshaw, and his official motto is MIT, math is tricky. I absolutely love that because it's such an important mindset. Every single top student, even Ramshaw himself, started out struggling with these really long mathematical methods. But he persisted, he kept at it until he found a better way. Calculus exams, they aren't just testing your knowledge. They're designed to test your endurance and your time management. It is completely normal to feel stressed when you're facing a massive set of derivative problems. But as you'll see today, while the math is tricky, having the right shortcuts in your toolkit is absolutely the ultimate way to beat the trick. We're going to build a solid daily practice habit for you, starting right now. Here's our quick roadmap for today. First, we'll look at the derivative speed trap. Next, we'll master the shortcut trick. Then we dive into fractional power tricks. And finally, we'll end with the rapid speed challenge. Okay, let's dive straight into section 1, master the shortcut trick. It's time to learn your new secret weapon. Let's look at problem 1. We need to find the derivative for y equals 1 over the quantity x minus 1 squared. Now, the traditional speed trap here is to immediately start writing out the quotient rule, right? Low d high minus high d low over low squared. Or maybe you rewrite it with a negative exponent and try to muscle through the chain rule. Both of those methods take precious time, and honestly, both leave room for silly algebraic errors. But with our mental shortcut, you can just look at this and immediately know the answer. Let's break down the logic of how we actually get there. Here is the visual map of our shortcut. I really want you to commit these 3 steps to your daily review schedule. Step 1, multiply the denominator's power by the numerator. Step 2, just flip the sign. Step 3, increase the denominator's power by exactly 1. Oh, and finally, if there is a coefficient next to your x, you just multiply by that at the very end. So thinking back to our previous problem, the power was 2, multiply that by the numerator 1, and you get 2. Flip the sign, so now that's negative 2. Increase the bottom power from 2 to 3. The inner derivative is just 1. So your instant answer is negative 2 over x minus 1 cubed. I mean, compare that mental leap to writing out half a page of quotient rule calculations. Boom, done in literally 2 seconds. Okay, now it's your turn. Rakera Abias Garnuhos. Pause this explainer right now. Seriously, take a deep breath, visualize those 3 steps we just talked about, and get ready for the next problem. Building strong mental calculation habits requires active participation, so don't just wait for me to give you the answer. Let's see what you've got. All right, here's problem 2. Y equals 1 over 5 minus x. Let's run our new mental algorithm. The power on the bottom is an invisible 1, right? Multiply that by the numerator. So 1 times 1 is 1. Flip the sign, that gives us negative 1. Increase the bottom power to 2, so now we have 5 minus x squared. But wait, look closely at the inside. The derivative of 5 minus x is negative 1. So we multiply our top negative 1 by that inner negative 1, which makes it a positive 1. So your final instant answer is 1 over 5 minus x squared. And this specifically helps you avoid one of the absolute most common exam errors, forgetting the negative sign on a backward algebraic expression. And this brilliantly illustrates how the trick scales up for more complex patterns. Let's look at problem 3. Y equals 1 over 2x plus 3. Again, the power is 1. Flip the sign so we get negative 1 on top. The denominator becomes 2x plus 3 squared. Now, multiply the top by the internal derivative, which in this case is simply 2. So the final numerator becomes negative 2. The entire answer? Negative 2 over 2x plus 3 squared. By practicing these simple foundational steps daily, your brain is going to start seeing the final fraction before you even pick up your pencil. It's like magic, but it's just good math. Let's move on to section 2, fractional power tricks. Now, this is the part where students typically panic and lose the most time on tests. Look, before you get stressed out about seeing fractions and exponents, I really want you to look at this comparison. Whether it's an integer power like 2 or 3, or a fractional power like 1/2, the exact same core steps apply. The logic absolutely does not change. Multiply, flip the sign, add 1 to the power. If you can add basic fractions, you can do this mental shortcut just as quickly as you do whole numbers. Seriously, let's prove it right now. Take a look at problem 4. Y equals 1 over x to the power of 1/2. Just think of the steps. The power is 1/2. Multiply by the numerator, you get 1/2. Flip the sign. Now you have negative 1/2 on top. Okay, now add 1 to the denominator's power. What is 1/2 plus 1? Right, it's 3/2. Put it all together. The negative 1 stays on top, and that 2 moves down to the denominator next to the x. So your answer is simply negative 1 over 2x to the power of 3/2. Once you see the underlying mechanics here, the intimidation factor just disappears, and it becomes an incredibly efficient tool for you. Ready to step it up a notch? Afno gati parikshan garnuhos. It is time to pause and test your speed on this next one. It's a high-value trick that combines the fraction rule we just learned with the negative inner variable trick we saw earlier. Let's see if you can hold all of this in your mind at once. Here's problem 5. Y equals 1 over the quantity 1 minus x to the power of 1/2. Okay, let's flow through it mentally together. The power 1/2 moves up, flip the sign to negative 1/2. The bottom power adds 1, so it becomes 3/2. Now multiply by the inner derivative, which is negative 1 because of that minus x. The double negatives cancel out perfectly. So your final result, achieved in one fluid mental step, positive 1 over 2 times the quantity 1 minus x to the power of 3/2. If you got that right on your own, you are officially calculating at a high distinction level. All right, let's move to section 3, the rapid speed challenge. This is the ultimate test of everything we've covered today. All right, here is the final boss. Problem 6. Y equals 1 over the quantity 3x plus 4 to the power of 1/2. Look at the complex derivative pattern going on here. This is exactly what a high-stakes exam question looks like. Let's run the algorithm one last time together. Power 1/2 comes up, flip the sign. That's negative 1/2. Bottom power adds 1, so it becomes 3/2. Multiply by the inner derivative, which is 3, so the top becomes negative 3. That 2 drops to the bottom. The final answer? Negative 3 over 2 times the quantity 3x plus 4 to the power of 3/2. No messy chain rule written all over your page, no wasted paper, just pure, targeted efficiency. Now, to ensure this actually locks into your long-term memory, here is your rapid-fire review table. Power to numerator, flip the sign, add 1 to the power, multiply by the inner derivative. I highly recommend you integrate this exact sequence into your weekly review plan, and I promise you those long, tedious methods will become a thing of the past. Just a quick, encouraging reminder from Ramsa himself. Please subscribe to his channel, MIT Math is Tricky. If this explainer helped you save some time and stress today, making sure you stay plugged into creators who demystify complex math is absolutely crucial. You have done fantastic work today just showing up and retraining your brain to calculate faster and smarter. Really, be proud of the progress you've made in just these last few minutes. You can find more of these incredible, time-saving shortcut strategies across Ramsa's official platforms on YouTube and Facebook. Just search for ramsa.official1234. I highly encourage you to go drop a comment over there and let them know exactly how you did on the speed challenge today. Sharing your success is honestly a great way to stay motivated for your daily practice. So what does this all mean? The crucial point is this: time is literally your most valuable asset during a math test. I want you to leave this explainer asking yourself one simple thing. How many seconds or even minutes will you save on your next calculus final by using this exact mental framework? That saved time is the difference between rushing in a panic through the final page and calmly, confidently checking your work. Keep practicing, trust the shortcuts, and keep learning. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next explainer.